We're gonna have to talk about West Ham.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
fine. That's
sorry.
fine. It had to be done eventually, then, huh?
It had to be done. And let's get it out of the way, right? Let's get it out of the way.
Get out of the way.
But
Let's rip the Band-Aid.
West Ham in 17th, a place above 18th. A place
Hey,
of relegation.
if the season ended today, we're not relegated. All right, that's all I gotta say.
If the season ended today, you should be very disappointed.
Yeah, well, it's not. But I'm just saying, if the season ends today, we're not relegated, so we're fine.
I said this in the group chat as well. Fulham or what West Ham fans thought West Ham would be, sitting in 7th place, taking down these Giants.
But...
Yeah, so I think if there's any team in the league to be disappointed with, it's West Ham. As much as you don't want to say it, unjust it is.
It's so disappointing.
It is. I mean,
who do you blame? Who do you blame? There's so much blame to go around.
That's the thing, is who is there to blame? I don't even know who to blame at West Ham. Like, it's just everything's falling apart. It's just not working.
The fans, we got the toxic fans on Twitter saying it's Moyes out. You got certain fans saying it's the players need to take responsibility for how they're playing. And then there's me. Now it's time to say my truth of what I think is our biggest issue, and it's the players, unfortunately. I really think it's the players. I think a manager can only do so much. He can set the formation, set the tactics for the game, and then it's up to the players to play. But we were losing games because of individual mistakes. Yes, that happens in football. That's how certain goals are scored. But I mean, like, basic mistakes where someone's stepping where they shouldn't be stepping, which leaves a wide open lane for a striker to run onto, which happened against Brentford, which they scored 2 easy goals out of nothing. One off of a throw-in and another off of another throw-in, which Ivan Toney played over the top because Ogbonna he didn't step for no reason, which created a massive hole for their other striker to run in and score. So it's just defending-wise, teams are easily breaking us down, which is very frustrating, and it's just individual mistakes in which Thilo Kehrer, who was a bright spot at one point in our season, he's been struggling, to say the least, very much, not being able to stick to his man and stand him up. Instead, he's like letting everyone turn on him, which is very frustrating. Our only bright spot in defense is Dawson at the moment. Craig Dawson, big boy Dawson is.
I feel like that says a lot too. If that's your bright spot in defense, then...
Well, he's class though. Before that, like when he joined West Ham, he was class, pure class.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so he's our bright spot. And then Aguirre, he's apparently supposed to be back for today, for this game. So hopefully he starts.
They haven't released the team sheet yet?
They released it in 2 minutes, so we'll find out. But
see, I want to bring it to the discussion of Declan Rice, because I know you want to, but
oh God,
I want you to be honest. Do you want Declan Rice to leave as a Declan Rice fan, or do you more want him to stay as a West Ham fan? Because I think, I'm sorry, after the season he's gone. We know.
Oh no, I have accepted that. I've accepted that. I'm not in denial anymore.
As a West Ham fan here.
Now, I am in denial he'll go to Chelsea because he just signed a midfielder for £121 million. So I doubt he'll spend another.
We're having it for sure.
Oh, he's still. I doubt he'll spend £140 million on Declan Rice. So
right, we're probably gonna spend 70 or 80. He's not selling for 140. He's only selling for 70, 80.
Upsell.
It's too late now. It's too late now. But with Chelsea, we haven't fully signed Enzo. If we do, Declan Rice is still on the radar, but if we sign both of them, that doesn't leave much money left for other places. So Declan probably, but we'll get to that. Keep going.
I don't know. I'm not happy with Declan Rice this season. I'm really not. I think he been very disappointing as performance-wise. I think certain games he's played horrible, especially against Arsenal. I think that was probably his worst game of the season. He got bodied off by Saka. I'm sorry, but I know you guys are teammates, but bloody, the difference in size between the two is ridiculous. And he got bodied off, which resulted in a goal. And then he gave a giveaway at the end of on a counter attack, and then they scored off of his giveaway. So very frustrating. And then him as a captain, I don't know if you guys.
I like him as a captain.
I don't like him as a captain. I don't think he's ready to be a captain. Like, because he just anytime we're scored against, he just goes like this. His arm motions, his body language is just frustration. And it's like, I understand being frustrated, but as a captain, you can't show that, especially to the fans who are already mad. now they're going to take that as a bad thing, right?
Right.
And then so like I don't think he's like, yes, in press conferences he's very well collected. He's always has been like well collected, well spoken, and never like negative. But like I don't know.
Which is important for a captain, of course.
Yeah, but the
Of
thing
course.
is like on the pitch, his body language just doesn't seem good, and like at
Yeah.
certain times he doesn't seem like he's trying to like motivate the team, like be like
Mm.
what is it? What's the
Yeah,
word?
the difference.
Yeah, motivational at all. And
Yeah,
then there's
yeah.
other players on the pitch that like Craig Dawson, yes, he's 30 something, but he has experience, but he's like the one trying to motivate the team. Ogbonna as well. He's been at the club, Cresswell as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly I think Declan needs to leave for his sake of his career because we're kind of in the shitter at the moment. But I think we won't be as good without him. But I think
Yeah,
we can replace him with the money that we get to an extent.
that's
You can't
fair.
replace Declan Rice. Declan Rice is Declan Rice, and I will always love Declan Rice. But
See, I, I feel so like I get what you're saying. I think you unintentionally highlighted the key issue with West Ham, and you're like you said, you guys like are not relying, but like on leadership level, relying on Agbana, Cresswell, on the veterans. But I think that's the issue is that you're relying on them. And like West Ham are trying so hard to bring new talent to the team, but they're just not doing it correctly. And you still have to rely on these veterans who are good, but you've been relying on them for 4 or 5 years now, and
yeah, I
you're
mean
in the same spot.
Cresswell against Brentford. I love Cresswell. He's done great for the club this season. I mean, he's 33, 34, still playing in the Prem. I mean, I love him,
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the legs anymore. And he on that second
yeah,
goal, I don't know if you guys saw it against Brentford, but he had 3 to 4 yards on the striker, and the striker like flew straight past him and scored.
yeah. I
So
mean,
it was like one of those things where it's like, I
maybe,
love you, but like you're not. I don't know why you're starting at certain points in the game,
yeah,
but defending wise, he's very good, and crossing wise, he's very important for the team.
yeah. I
So
mean,
I
like
don't know
if you can like reuse it, not reuse them, but I don't say
strategically.
change them either. Like, but put them
Emerson's
in a
class too. It's
position.
just he's so inconsistent. It's very frustrating. It's very
Yeah,
frustrating to find a consistent left or right
fullback.
back. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very hard to find one. And then
yeah,
our
that's
right
fair.
back situation is tough too because it just depends on the day who wants to play good and who wants to play shit. So
Mm.
I mean, I get you're saying it's the players, but I hate only putting blame on the manager when clubs do that because it's just such a cheap way to get out of any, serious responsibilities of the players. You just kind of fire the manager and that's it.
Yeah,
But with that being said, we do see plenty of times where the club fires the manager and then a new manager comes in, and for some reason they start playing better. Maybe they stay the same.
yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
they start playing
it's just
better.
the energy, like you're energized because now you have a fresh start. All the players are like on a clean slate basically because now they have everything to prove now because now every
Right.
position is open for the
Maybe
starting
that's what
spot.
they need. Maybe Moyes
yeah.
took him as far as he can take, and now you need a different manager.
See, I don't.
I mean,
The
like,
thing is, like, I've seen that with a lot of West. Sorry, Elijah, but I've seen that with a
no,
lot
no,
of
no,
West
you're
Ham
good.
fans. Like, they're saying, like, oh, he's taken as far as we can get, but he's literally in the short time he's been with us, he's statistically our most successful manager, like win wise. And it's like, okay, cool, but it's not like it's so weird. It's like, how is this all falling apart in one season? Like
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't
I
make
think like
any
also
sense.
Diego makes a good point where I think like I'm not a West Ham fan. I'm not going to put my reason. I'm not going to say what I think is wrong. Like what exactly is wrong because I don't know. Yeah, Andres knows more than me. But I think the consideration, which I know the board is, but the consideration that David Moyes isn't the manager they need right now, should be a thought because despite him being the best manager you've had in a while, right? Doesn't negate the fact that he has taken you as far as he can. Like, David Moyes is a really good manager, right? But he's not that successful in winning things overall. And I feel like West Ham kind of need that. For the team you want to be, you kind of need that manager to push you a little farther. And like I said, David Moyes is a great manager, but like, what's his record? He hasn't in his time at West Ham, he has never won against a Big Six team away. Like, like I don't know, like things like that. You need to have a manager who's able to do things like that and be more consistent. But like I said, I'm not gonna say that's the
I mean,
reason because
the
who knows?
board has his backing. Apparently, the board has his
Yeah.
backing So
And maybe the other thing too, as I was saying, is like because of the whole veteran thing, maybe you do need a revamp of the team. Like a general revamp of the key parts of the team. With Declan Rice leaving, this is your time to do it because you're gonna have all that money. You bring in a bunch of promising players. I mean, even going down to the championship, like,
okay.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I am saying that if it does happen, West Ham should look at it at a positive light because then you have time to rebuild without the fear of getting relegated. You can sell Declan Rice, you can sell these players, you can get promising younger players to play alongside Skamaka and all like these younger players and revamp the team a little bit, give them a little new younger profile that you can develop, maybe bring in a manager with it, so they all move together and you come back to the Premier League and you're good and you're maybe bigger force. I know, like there's different ways you can look at it. Like I said,
That's like the
I'm not
worst
saying,
possible scenario, getting
of course,
relegated.
but
And
that's what I mean is that in the worst possible, you couldn't look at it positively in some way in that way. I don't know how West Ham would handle it, but like you look at Burnley, like Burnley went down, got Vince Company, they're doing pretty solid. He's doing pretty good with the young talent and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. You never know what's gonna happen. You can't really make determinations until the end of the year, for sure.
yeah, I think at the moment it looks like it's a relegation battle for us again. I mean, nothing new, but I genuinely think we can turn it around. We just need the thing. No, in terms of getting out of relegation, I'm not saying now we're gonna finish top six. I'm saying like in terms of getting out of this relegation battle, I think we can, especially with the fixtures we have right now. All important fixtures. Play Leeds, Wolves up in the coming weeks.
That's
and
true.
So
but
I think
I talked to Diego about this in the last episode about West Ham. The games afterward, you guys are a rough run afterwards because I'll just name it off.
Tottenham, Chelsea.
It's Leeds,
afterwards.
Brentford, Wolves, Everton. Then it's after that. Immediately after that, it's Newcastle, Chelsea, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest, Brighton, Villa, City.
I see 3 hard games out of those ones.
I see all those games being hard for West Ham.
I see Newcastle, Chelsea, Tottenham, and then
City,
Brighton.
Oh shit, and Brighton. That's fine.
I'm putting Leeds as a tough one too.
I think today's gonna be rough. I think today's gonna be rough, but I think we'll pull one through. I think if we get momentum now, I think we'll be a tough team to beat.
Dude, that's the thing, though, is like it's so hard for us to get momentum right now because you guys will win, and I mean I even see it like just with you, Andres. Like you guys would get a win, and everyone gets so excited, and then boom, 3 losses. Like it's just so hard for West Ham to stay consistent. No offense, like I'm not trying to talk shit.
No. Yeah, I know. It's just we're so inconsistent,
and
it's very frustrating. But I think right now, if we get momentum if we get 3 wins back to back, I think the players and fans will be more confident going into that stretch, thinking we can at least get 10, 12 points from that from that run of games at least.
Yeah.
I think we can tie Chelsea. I think we can tie Tottenham. We did tie Tottenham, I think, and we should have tied Chelsea, but we won't talk about that. But so I think we can tie those. City, I think we're probably gonna lose. I mean, but that's fine. And then Brighton's up for grabs.
Brighton is smacked.
Okay, well, once again, if we have the momentum starting today, I think
momentum is not everything.
Momentum for us, it is at the moment.
Momentum carries you a lot, but I don't think West Ham are in the place to have momentum be the only factor carrying you far. Like West Ham have no offense, like West Ham, there are so many more different problems that West Ham need to battle for the momentum to carry them far enough.
I think we need to get Skamaka scoring some goals, and we'll be okay. Because his confidence isn't great at the moment, and he hasn't scored goals. But my man is very talented. So any player, I see a lot of West Ham fans saying, waste of money. Lucas Paqueta, waste of money. He has been playing dog shit, I must say. He has.
To me, he's not going to pan out as a waste of money. I love Lucas Paqueta.
No, I think he's class. I think he's just not playing well. He's not being able to make those passes where you're like, my guy, he's wide open. How are you missing him? It's like one of those.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating because they're like, oh, dude, West Ham fans on Twitter are so annoying because they'll go like, oh, play Lucas Paqueta next to Declan Rice in a midfield too, like they do at Brazil. My guy, we are not Brazil. We do not have that. that skill level so he can play in that 2 central role. We don't have Casemiro covering his ass, all right? We don't have that. Yes, he's good like against Brentford. Yes, we were the attacking team. Yes, we probably deserved more than a 2-0 loss. But, I don't know. It's very frustrating at the moment to see because I know we have the talent. It's just not clicking. So I was hoping it would, already be clicking now, but it's not.
I mean, that's the thing is like this January transfer window is going to be huge for them. I don't see any links of them with talent.
Oh no, we're not going to sign anyone apparently.
Okay, so I think then January is going to be huge for West Ham to get their stride going because a bunch of these other teams are going to be implementing these new signings into their teams, right? So the team might not be a team, right? Like that's going to be a focus for them. West Ham just need to focus on winning.